What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris. It's another amazing episode of Financipation. This channel is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth. And it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. On this channel, everybody, I give you a six-figure MBA level worth of investing and financial knowledge for free here on YouTube. And the things that people typically spend hundreds of thousands of dollars learning in grad school, I give it to you for free here on this channel. So today, guys, I want to talk about a little subject that I'm kind of seeing, unfortunately, a lot with people who, for just lack of a better word, just don't have any desire to want to be great. So if you're not familiar with who I am with my channel, I am a mechanical engineer with an MBA, and I essentially, in my day job, I build literally billion-dollar projects for the federal government. And engineering essentially taught me more or less how to make the money, and my MBA teaches me how to invest it. And this video is gonna be for all my 9-to-5ers, okay? So one of the things I see that kind of just, to some extent, it doesn't break my heart, but it makes me just seriously sit back and wonder what is going on is, in the current project I'm working on, this is Hispanic gentleman that I work with who is just the epitome of average. The guy doesn't want to work harder. He doesn't want to get any new certifications. For what it's worth, the guy actually went to college on a full scholarship on athletics. He ended up losing his scholarship because he was too lazy, essentially, to go to class. Of all things, he lost it for academic reasons, and then he ended up losing his scholarship. So as a result, now he's essentially one of the sheet metal guys working on one of my projects. And what's interesting about this particular individual is that literally he's the laughing stock of the job. It's interesting because in my particular role, I more or less have no say essentially in what this guy works on or where he works or what kind of things that he does. But it's really interesting because in a lot of different ways, I just see kind of the way that people talk down to him and make jokes about him, and they call him a very derogatory name. Nothing racist, but just kind of a very derogatory name. So then to me as a grown man, I would not tolerate another man calling me. He just laughs about it. He has no desire to get to work late. He's always doing stupid stuff. People are always laughing at him. He thinks they're laughing with him, they're laughing at him. And to me, it's just one of those kind of things where I'm like, dude, why don't you just step your game up and stop trying to just be below, basically average at your job? And what's interesting is that as a mechanical engineer, in my case, I've always kind of had the mindset I want to be excellent in all things, whether I was kickboxing, whether I'm shooting my firearms, whether I'm playing basketball, whether I'm playing football, whether I'm running track, whether I'm lifting weights, whatever it is. I want to be the absolute best that Chris can be at anything that I do. And it's really sad to me seeing an individual who just wants to be average at everything. When I talk to him, I'm like, do you want to go back to college? No, not really. I tried it once. It wasn't really for me. Okay, do you want to be the best sheet metal guy that you can be? Oh, no, Chris is not for me. Okay, do you want to be the best startup guy that you can be? Oh, no, Chris is not really for me. Okay, do you want to be the best? What is it that you want to do with your life? And the guy gives me a different answer every time. He's always showing up to work late. He's always doing things that potentially could get him hurt on the job sites and stuff like that. And it makes me seriously sit back and wonder and think to myself, okay, brother, what kind of example are you setting for your kids? What kind of example are you setting for your family? Because at the end of the day, if you act like a clown at work, you most likely act like a clown in your home. And if you act essentially like you don't really care and you're perfectly comfortable letting people talk to you any kind of way and put you in the worst possible tasks, and you have no desire to essentially step your game up and do better, what does that say about you as a human being? What does that say about you as a man? I don't get it. And I guess the conversation I want to have with you all is that people, whatever it is that you're doing, don't be average, period. This individual was born in the United States of America, and some of the foremen that he works for and that he works with were not even born in this country. One actually told me he came here without papers and eventually ended up getting his papers, and now the individual's a U.S. citizen. And it's interesting because the Hispanic gentleman who everybody just laughs at and cracks jokes at was born in this country. And he has allowed individuals who came to this country essentially, for lack of a better word, undocumented. They ended up doing it the right way eventually, and they got their papers. Now they're citizens, and he ends up working for these people. Individuals, English is not even their first language, and this guy's first language. I don't understand it, everybody. I don't understand, once again, why people are so comfortable being average. And at Financipation, I push everybody, try to be the best version of yourself. I don't care whether, once again, it's you're playing a sport. I don't care whether it's you're reading a book. I don't care whether it's you're in school, you're in college, you're trying to become the best lawyer, doctor, or pharmacist that you can. People, become the best version of yourself. Don't be comfortable being average. And it's one of those kind of things that literally just truly drives me up a wall. Another very interesting thing about it as well is that what I don't understand is that if this guy actually took the time to get his certifications, or to essentially try to get on bigger and better jobs, or essentially to learn his craft, the guy would make literally 3 to 4 times more per hour than what he makes right now. So not only is there, just from a man's perspective and just from a human being's perspective, that you want to do better, there's a financial component to it as well. And to all my listeners, that's what I'm saying. I don't care what your position is, whether you're a friggin' street sweeper or whether you're the president of the United States. At the end of the day, excellence always eventually gets rewarded. If you don't believe me, I want you to Google how much a presidential candidate or how much a former president makes every time they give a 35 to 40 minute speech. If you don't believe me, I want you to take a look at, go to any construction site in America and ask the people who essentially are sweeping trash and picking up garbage how much they make, and then go up to like the senior superintendent or go up to the senior electrician or the foreman of the particular trades and ask them how much they make. It's literally people night and day. It has zeros behind it. So excellence in the United States of America always gets rewarded. But being average, you know what that gets you? It gets you nowhere. Now, obviously, there's a time component to everything. You can't essentially try to become the absolute creme de la creme at everything, because there is a time component to stuff in life. And there is some truth to the fact that if you get excellent at one thing, something else is going to have to drift off. I get that, people. But once again, whatever you are doing, if you have 1 hour to do it, you should give it your utmost and all to that 1 hour. Whatever you are doing, you should put the most into it. And whatever you are doing, as I stated earlier, try to become the best version of yourself with it. Another point I want to touch on as well, everybody, is that lately I'm seeing and just talking to a lot of people who, every time we kind of talk conversations, I continue to hear the same essentially concepts in regards to how they want to invest their money. If you're not familiar with my channel, once again, I talk a lot about finance and investing. And one of the things that I'm finding very alarming right now is that when I talk to a lot of people essentially about how to, quote unquote, build generational wealth and financially emancipate themselves from poverty, one of the things that they constantly bring up and that they talk about is the idea that they want to get rich quick. And I get it, everybody. If you grew up looking like me, or you grew up, quote unquote, in an environment where you're lower middle class and stuff like that, I get it, the impetus about you want to be rich today, you want to be rich and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, everybody, real wealth is built slowly. Real wealth is built over time. Real wealth, everybody, is built over decades. And anything that comes fast crashes even faster. So as a result of that, everybody, when anybody asks me, how should you build wealth? I'm going to tell you the slow and steady way. I'm going to tell you to invest into the stock market, specifically into index funds, into the S&P 500. I'm going to tell you to avoid anything that's get rich quick. I'm going to tell you to avoid anybody or anyone that's telling you essentially that you need to buy my course or you need to do something very quickly to make a lot of money. Because at the end of the day, everybody, 90% of the people who are pushing this stuff, it's fake, it's fraudulent, and it's garbage. If you don't believe me, I want you to Google the amount of people that have sued, for instance, Donald Trump essentially for his Trump University course, or people that have sued Robert Kiyosaki for his Rich Dad Poor Dad courses, or the amount of people that have sued Grant Cardone for some of his courses and stuff like that. Anything, everybody, that comes fast crashes faster. And when it comes to wealth, the best and the surest way to build wealth is slowly over time. Now, a lot of times people make the idea that because you're building wealth slowly, you're not building a lot of money, and that's complete and utter garbage. If you actually book a one-on-one session with me, I can walk you through essentially how to have over $10 million in your bank account after investing less than 15 to 20 years. And I can also walk you through how to get that same amount, over $10 million, if you invest over 10 years. So at the end of the day, don't make the fraudulent assumption that investing slowly and building your money slowly means that it's going to take you 60 or 70 years to get to where you want to be, because that's not the case. I would highly advise all of you to find a very lucrative career. In my case, I did engineering, entrepreneurship, and finance. Find a very lucrative career that you can use essentially to build that wealth. But I would also advise you for that, as you're building your wealth, to find something that's slow and steady, that you're repetitively doing day in and day out, week in and week out, that builds money, okay? That'll be my advice to you all. And lastly, everybody, just like I said earlier, sorry getting over a cold, don't be average, everybody, period. Like, it really seriously does kind of break my heart, kind of seeing like how this guy just gets talked down to on my job sites and some of the things that I'm doing for this project I'm currently doing for the federal government. And I'm like, dude, I don't understand, once again, how you can come to work and just be completely comfortable getting the most menial task, having people laugh at you to your face, having people kind of, I don't want to say belittle you, but just kind of talk to you like you're you're less than. And to me as a man, I would just completely be disgusted with that, and I would step my game up. So everybody, don't be average, man. Whether you're a man or a woman, this is a conversation that does not matter regardless of your gender. Be excellent at everything that you do and pursue greatness in all that you do, okay? Once again, it's your boy Chris. This channel is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about investing money. It's all about building generational wealth. And it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. You can book a one-on-one session with me at any time. I'm not giving you financial advice on this channel. You got to make your own independent research and do your own independent research for the financial decisions that you make. Please follow me on TikTok, Spotify, my blog. You can purchase some of my e-products, my scholarship book, and a few other concepts as well. Once again, everybody, it's your boy Chris. I'm out. Peace.